Paul Lumumba, the voice of integrity and justice in Kenya. In a country where corruption has often married with development and the governance system, one man stands out for unwavering a commitment to justice, integrity, and the fight against corruption. Professor Patrick Locho Otieno Lumumba, commonly known as Paul Lumumba. He has become a national figure in Kenya, known not only for the intellectual power but for his advocacy for good governance, rule of laws, and transparency. His voice, filled with charity and passion, has resonated across the country and beyond, making him one of the most influential public figures in contemporary Kenya. Paul Lumumba was born in July 17 in 1972 in Kenya's western region. Paul Lumumba rose from humble beginning to become a permanent lawyer, academic, and a public speaker. His academic journey took him to University of Nairobi, where he earned his law degree, followed by the further studies international law, culminating in the master's law degree from University of Dar es Salaam. His intellectual brilliance was soon recognized, and he was appointed to Kenya academic and professional passions. However, it's Lumumba's roles in the public sector that truly elevated him to national prominence. In 2011, he was appointed to Director of Kenya Anti-Corruption Commission (KICC), a role that gave him a powerful platform to address rampant corruption that plagued Kenya's public institutions. His time at the head of KICC was marked by his unrelenting pursuit of justice. Even in the face of immense political pressures, Lumumba's leadership at KICC was defined by the fairness in speaking truth to the power and calling out corruption leaders and institutions. Of course, he called the accountability and transparency were not merely political rhetoric, but were grounded in his deep legal and ethical convictions. Despite his relatively short tenure as the head of KICC, Lumumba's influence in anti-corruption crossed cannot be understated. He was determined to tackle the system issues that had long undermined Kenya's development. Under his leadership, KICC made strides in investigating and prosecuting corruption cases. Through his tenure was also marked by challenge, including lack of political will not support anti-corruption efforts. His term was eventually cut short, but Paul Lumumba's reputation as tireless advocate for integrity had already been solidified. Beyond his public service work, Paul Lumumba has used his platform to speak out a range of national issues. He is perhaps best known his spoke out speeches, often dressed with a mixture of eloquence, humor, and unapologetic criticism of political establishment. His speech, which critiqued the political class, society, ensure, and African continent as a whole, are filled with profound insight. He challenged the status quo, urging Kenyans to demand better government and held their leaders accountable for their action. His critiques of corruption, nepotism, and mismanagement have made him a moral voice in Kenya, appealing to the citizen's sense of national pride and responsibilities. One of Lumumba's most notable contributions to the Kenya's public disclosure is his advocacy for youth involvement in politics and governance. He has consistently emphasized the importance of young people in shaping the future of the country, often calling them to be proactive in demanding change. His commitment to young generation is also reflected in his work. Any academic where he has mentored many students who have gone to the significant roles in Kenya's society. Lumumba believed that in the power of education as tool to social transformation. He has him engaged in various forms and aimed inspiring In addition to his roles in anti-corruption champions, Paul Lumumba has established himself as a strong voice of African unity and sovereignty. He is a vocal advocate for Pan-African movement and has called for great regional integration and cooperation among African nations. Lumumba believed that African future lies in its stabilities to united homes, its resources for collective good of its people. He has been an active participant in various African forums, sharing his views in government's economic independence and the importance of African leaders taking control of their destiny. Lumumba's work and influence extended beyond Kenya's borders. As sought after speaking and academic, he has delivered lectures in university and institutions around the world, offering insight in governance, leadership, and the role of African in a global arena. His contribution to international laws and public service have made him a respected figure, both local and international. As Paul Lumumba's vision for Kenya is the one where rules, laws is prohibited, corruption is eradicated, and all citizens have access to equal opportunities. What is the challenge of achieving those goals and mentor? Lumumba remained steadfast in his belief that change is positive as long as Kenya is willing to confront the difficult truth and work collectively toward a better future. His invasion as Kenyan, where values of honesty, integrity, patriotism guide the action of both governments and its citizens. His calls for great civil engaging and responsible use of public resources resonate with many Kenyans who disillusioned by the corruption and inefficiency that have long plagued their country. Lumumba has not sought political office. His influence contributes to the shape Kenya's political landscape. His role as independent voice for justice and integrity has made him a landing figure in Kenya's ongoing struggling against corruption and misgovernance. His work has inspired the new generations in Kenya to become engaged in their country's political process, demanding a more transparency and accountability in the government. As Kenya moves into the future, Paul Lumumba's legacy as a champion of justice, integrity, accountability will continue to resonate. His work has shown the world the road change is long and filled with the challenges. It is possible for individuals to make a profound impact on the country's governance and values. For many, Paul Lumumba remained a symbol of hope and remained that good governance is a foundation of prosperous nations. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure you subscribe on Ncuti TV show. Let's write in the comment who we can talk about his life in the next video.